Hi, welcome to the 8th episode of Kanga News. I'm Selena, this is Robert. Hi, Robert.
Hello.
Robert, lately Kanga has been doing a lot, has been present in a lot of conferences, both in Poland and abroad. Can you tell us a little bit more about the recent events?
Yeah, there was an event in Germany going on by the name of Conference. Amazing marketing, but they do an amazing job. They are just called the conference.
But it's spelled a little differently, isn't it?
It's spelled with a 3 instead of an E
Right.
in the middle of it. Last time we spoke, we also were talking about the Paris Blockchain Week. It was the same topic. So if you are a crypto enthusiast, it was totally about gaming. Like the conversations about launchpads, new projects, everything. This is all about gaming because, the biggest obstacle in the crypto market is the regulations. And in gaming, you don't really have them. Like no one cares. If you buy an item in game for cryptocurrencies and NFTs, nobody's gonna regulate that potentially. So gaming, new projects, launchpads on this area. As I said, if you are into crypto, definitely take a look into gaming. Also, obviously, like and subscribe our channel. Sign up for the newsletter on Kanga because we are frequently giving news on the gaming industry and also on the projects that are launching on our exchange. So definitely keep a track. If you're new to crypto, obviously first start with Bitcoin, altcoins, and something simpler. We were also present on the NBX conference, Central Eastern Europe, Warsaw, Poland, namely. All I can say is Sławek and Łukasz from Kanga, they did an absolutely amazing job on stage with their speech, loads of contacts, loads of great conversations, loads of new connections. So yeah, Kanga growing again. Remember also, I didn't mention that before, if you're looking for some education in the crypto world, we've got Kanga University. You go kanga.exchange and you have the full service out there. Google Kanga University by all means, and you can get some free education on cryptocurrencies.
Okay, perfect. Good to know that Kanga is doing so great. And let's move on to the news right now. So I think I would like to start talking about the presidential elections in the US and about Trump, obviously. Looks like he's going to be making history again. And at this point, it looks like he's going to be the first party nominee to be appealing to the cryptocurrency traders. So can you tell us a little bit more about the situation there?
Yeah, so last Wednesday, there was an event where Donald Trump was talking with, basically with the crypto community. So he communicated out to the people. Basically what he said was, if you are a crypto enthusiast, vote for me.
They are against it. Biden doesn't even know what it is. If you ask Biden, sir, are you for or against crypto? What's that? What the? Get me off the stage. He's saying, get me off the stage. No, he has no idea. But look, Gensler is very much against it. The Democrats are very much against it. And I say this, a lot of people are very much for it. Probably a lot of the people in this group. And I'm fine with it. I want to make sure it's good and solid and everything else, but I'm good with it. And if you like crypto in any form, and it comes in a lot of different forms, if you're in favor of crypto, you better vote for Trump.
If you look at the political situation, the Republicans, they are a lot more into crypto than the other part. So it's a funny, interesting situation because loads of people in the United States who own crypto, they don't vote. It's crypto is anonymous, so it's difficult to do this kind of research. But generally what Trump could potentially do is he could gather the support from loads of
like appeal to a whole new public.
Pretty much, yeah, that's not voting currently. Yeah. So he's going to get that for him. So the Republicans, we may have an interesting election with people who own cryptocurrencies suddenly coming and voting for the Republicans. So yeah, smart move.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens with the elections. And now maybe let's move on to India and what's going on over there. So just a couple months ago, quite a few offshore entities in terms of cryptocurrency exchange were banned from India, and now they have changed their mind. So Binance and Kucoin are becoming legal approved again. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so there, as you mentioned, there was a situation with banning very, very big crypto entities in India. And we are talking about a country that's got more than 1.5 billion people. So, technically it wasn't impossible for them to own a cryptocurrency and, just have one, since it's anonymous. It's not impossible, but the government's been making it, let's say, more difficult for them. So if we have, it's actually a quote. There is a man by the name Vivek Agarwal. He's a president of Financial Intelligence Unit in India. He said that because what happened was KuCoin and Binance, they were accepted finally by AML, anti-money laundering regulations. So he said, that the AML is one thing, the government accepting it is another story. So this is one body. So they have an accept on one side of the story. That's not everything, but it makes life for crypto enthusiasts generally a lot easier, like tons easier, because they can suddenly move to big industries like Binance and KuCoin, and this obviously means lower spreads and lower margins, more fluidity to the market and stuff like that. So yeah, so very promising move, very, very good move also for us, for Kanga, because we're growing a lot in Asia
I
right
wanted
now.
to ask about it because I know that Kanga is branching out into Asian markets. So can you tell us more about that?
Right now we have a very strong position in Central Eastern Europe. This is the main area where we're present. So this is why like companies that are launching in the West, from the West, they come to Kanga for the listings, for the launch pads, because they want to be listed in Eastern Europe, because especially for gaming, again, Eastern Europe is a very interesting market. Poland, Witcher 3, best game on the planet. So this is a strong, interesting market, and Kanga strategically have decided that we're going to the East, we're going to Asia, especially countries like Indonesia, Vietnam. We've got a team in Philippines forming up. We've got a few people hired there. So we're spreading in Asia. Well, obviously, India is a big market. So if India is, even if we are technically not there right now, even if this isn't Kanga's main focus, India accepting cryptocurrencies and moving towards cryptocurrencies after the ban, potentially, maybe it could mean China accepting crypto at some point again. It's just speculating, but it may happen. Hong Kong ETFs, it's on, it's already working, it's operational. So you never know what's going to happen. Now, India moving towards that market means, first of all, people in India will be more eager to invest in crypto, to start buying crypto, which means the prices are obviously going up. Yeah, plus, India has a very big impact on Asia as a whole continent, because it's just India. So for us, very good move. Kanga spreading in Asia, more in the East, but it is all connected. So yeah.
All right, so you mentioned Hong Kong. Maybe let's talk about the ETFs over there. It looks like there's been quite a surge in outflows in that market. So 40 million in outflows in ETFs in Hong Kong. And at the same time, spot ETFs in the United States are seeing an inflow of 66 million. Can you tell me more about that?
Surprise, surprise. I'm going to read a piece of news for you to answer this, to comment on it. So Monday marked the first time that all 6 crypto Hong Kong ETFs, including both Bitcoin and Ether, reported negative flows since their launch on May the 2nd. Now, Harvest Global had previously not yet seen outflows for its spot Bitcoin fund. The spot Ether ETFs saw 6.6 million in outflows, which is also significantly higher than past numbers. After 8 days of trading, investors pulled roughly $13 million out of the 6 ETFs, disappointing result for the Asia-based ETFs when compared to the initial excitement phase around its US-listed counterparts. Now, it's funny because we actually talked about this in Kanga News episode 4. I think it was episode 4 when we debated. Yeah. So on that episode 4, you asked me about the predictions for Hong Kong ETFs and what's going to happen. I don't want to give you too much of like my private view on things, but if you want to go to episode 4, take a look, by all means, feel free to do so. I did mention that Hong Kong ETFs, they have a special purpose. It's not like a global, amazing crypto movement like it was the ETFs in United States. Remember, we are comparing a market that's worth $50 billion, the Hong Kong ETFs, and the United States, we're talking something like 9 trillion. So it is a completely different story when you look at Hong Kong ETFs versus United States ETFs. I did mention back then in episode 4 that first some money is going to come in to the Hong Kong ETFs for a special purpose, people from China and all this. All of a sudden, we have money getting out from Hong Kong and moving into the United States. Now, obviously, I cannot say for sure that this is the same money that moved from Hong Kong to the United States. Yeah. I can only say I suspect so. But, you know, remember, Hong Kong is a lot more of a political move than just economics suddenly, you know, making some amazing movement in the crypto world. So it's just a different story.
All right, so maybe let's talk about the bankrupt FTX platform. They have promised to pay their creditors to 98% of their customers who are owed 50K or less. They are going to receive at least 118% of what they have invested within 60 days. That's what they are assuming right now as part of their their bankruptcy proceedings. So what do you make out of this? Is it good news? Can something go wrong with that?
Well, it's definitely good news, nice promises. Everything can go wrong, basically. Sure. It's a bankrupt institution telling people, hey, we're going to pay you back. So I wish them all the best. I hope that people get their money back. But remember one thing, that there is a catch. There is a big catch in the whole process. Because it's like, if you were listening to this thinking right now, hey, they are going to give 118%. Yeah. Sounds like it doesn't make any sense. If you're not into crypto, then you're like, hey, what the hell's going on? Why would they give more to people than they actually invested? But if you think about it, FTX, it went bankrupt in November 2022. So imagine you invested in Bitcoin 3 years ago, 2 years ago, whatever. You bought a Bitcoin, a whole one. And they go bankrupt November 2022.
Yes.
Today's price of Bitcoin versus back then. They're going to give you 100, it's still a good scenario. They're going to give you 118% of what you have invested of the value of your assets in November 2022. They're not going to give you what Bitcoin's worth today. So it completely changed. It's better to get something than nothing. But, you know, if you think about the people who invested on FTX instead of, for example, Kanga, the best platform on the planet, the most stable, then they are basically thinking, hey, I bought a Bitcoin, I would have this and this much today, and I'm not going to, even if FTX gives me
118% is not even close.
Not even close, no. Well, it's still something, so I wish they get that money and they reinvest in crypto on Kanga, and that's obviously the best step. Yeah, so this is the catch. This is the very big catch.
Well, we'll see what happens. The plan still needs to be approved by the US bankruptcy court, but that's what they are promising right now. All right, so maybe let's move to Australia now, okay? And let's talk about the official launch of the OKEx crypto exchange platform in Australia. So they are the third largest crypto exchange in the world, according to the Blocks data. OKEx will offer spot trading services to all Australian users, while derivatives trading will be available only to verified wholesale customers, the company has said. So can you comment on that a little more?
Yeah, well, basically, this may cause some sort of excitement in the crypto environment, I imagine, because it's like people may read the news and think, hey, so it's pretty much like Australia is going into crypto. It's almost the same as accepting ETFs like in Hong Kong or whatever, that suddenly, everybody in Australia, they can buy crypto. So I wouldn't, obviously this is good news for the crypto world, yeah, but I wouldn't be so enthusiastic about it. First of all, remember in Australia, crypto is not banned, it's perfectly legal. So if somebody in Australia wanted to have crypto, they already have it. Like
So
maybe
just
not all.
another platform. And
Pretty much, yeah. It wasn't forbidden to buy crypto via other sources. So the crypto world there, it's not going to be an amazing change. Well, congratulations to OKEx for moving to Australia. Obviously, for them, this is big and this is good. But remember, the Australian market, it's not going to change as much. It's not like suddenly starting ETFs and people who never had crypto suddenly they just buy it. And there is a big shift in the market. So maybe not so big of a move for the whole crypto community. And also, Australia is very big when it comes to the area, but it actually doesn't have so many citizens. So, it's also, even if you said that like everybody in Australia right now is going to start buying some cryptocurrencies,
that would be something.
it would be something, but it wouldn't be an extreme move
I see.
comparing to other areas. We just talked about India, and now we swept
the
to Australia.
opposite, yes.
Yeah, so it's not as big, but obviously, yeah, good news. Crypto spreading, good news for enthusiasts. So yeah, good. Let's be happy.
Okay, perfect. That's all the news that we've prepared for today. So thank you very much for watching the 8th episode of Kanga News. Remember to like the episode, remember to subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, and thank you very much for watching. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
We are Kanga, beyond crypto.